What's up, guys? This is part 2 of the series that I called Little Things That Contribute to Having a Healthy Natural Hair. So today's video is about satin bonnet, and I call it Battle of Satin Bonnet. And I hope at the end of this video you are able to make an informed decision when purchasing your satin bonnet. And in my last video, which is the part 1 of this series, I already talked about 3 reasons why you need to get a satin bonnet. So if you haven't watched that video, please pause this video right now and go ahead and watch that and come back to this, because this part 2 is a sequel to the part 1 video. So in today's video, we are going to be examining satin bonnets, reviewing them, looking at them, because it is important that we do this, especially because there are a lot of satin bonnets out there and no shades thrown. Most of the makers actually put their money interest forward. There is a market for satin bonnets. Most naturals are using satin bonnets. Most of the makers are basically in it for the business and for the profits they are going to make, not necessarily that they put the interest of the people wearing it into it. So this is why we really need to review this satin bonnet to really understand which one actually is protective enough and keeps your hair moisturized all night long. Right here I have 3 types of satin bonnets with me and a satin pillowcase that we will be reviewing, and I'm going to be adding a bonus to it at the end of this video, so make sure you stay till the end. The first bonnet I'll be talking about is this particular one, which is actually a gift from a brand. It's a giveaway gift. The material is very light, which means you wouldn't really feel so much heat, and which in turn means that it doesn't really lock in most of the moisture in your hair. The elastic used for this bonnet is actually very thick. You can see it from the casing. It's like a 1-inch elastic. It is wide, then thick, and gives you a very strong grip where you put it on, which means it's very hard for it to slip off while you sleep. While the strong grip is more of an advantage of it not slipping off, the disadvantage to me outweighs the advantage, because the grip puts so much stress on the perimeter of my head. So it is stressing my edges as well as giving me headache because it is so strong. And when you put stress on the perimeter of your hair, what happens in the long run is thinning edges and eventually may contribute to loss of edges. So because I have so much concern on what happens to my edges, and also because it's so strong, it has a strong grip, it gives me so much headache. So I occasionally use this satin bonnet, and the only time I use it is when I have a twist out that I consider a very good twist out and I really need to keep it for the second day. Maybe my twist out is fresh and I needed to keep it like that for the next day. When I put it on, I usually just go this way. I don't leave it around this area. I kind of like move it upward like this so that it rests where there are so much hair and the grip is lowered. Personally, for me, I wouldn't go for a satin bonnet with elastic, with strong elastic. The second bonnet I'll be talking about is this one that I call the Celestial bonnet. This was made by me sometimes last year, like over a year ago. I made this customized satin bonnet for myself because, like I said earlier, most of the bonnet comes with elastic bands, and I feel they put so much stress on the edges. You know, you're wearing your bonnet every day and you're putting stress on your edges every day. It's going to thin out your edges in the long run, and eventually you may start losing your edges. So because I was so worried about my edges, each time I put on satin bonnet, I just always see that there's usually a gap around this area where some edges are pushed towards the front and the rest of the hair moves to the back, and the place where the bonnet is resting, the hair around the area slips down, which I feel it should not be happening. So I decided to make this for myself, and this is because I made it myself. It's just my favorite. You can't blame me, girl. The material of this bonnet is a little bit thicker than the material of this particular one, but then it is also soft. It's not like it locks in moisture 100%. When I started using it, I felt it locks in moisture better than the other one, but when I had another bonnet, I knew the difference. So this doesn't really lock in moisture like that. Talking about, has no elastic, which is why I called it the celestial cap. It is flat such that when I put it on, it lays just on my hair. No stress, nothing. It just lay so beautifully down. Because I was so concerned about elastics and I did not want elastics, I decided to do something different with a band of this bonnet, which was why I made it flat. It has no elastic at all. And I also extended the band such that I can just tie it. You know, it doesn't have elastic, so it cannot hold on itself. So I extended the band so that I can tie it and adjust the tightness, unlike elastic bands where you cannot adjust the tightness. So just tie it on however I want it. So here is me just tying like this. Can go one more time. Of course, you have to go one more time, otherwise it's going to come off on its own. Plus the band just lay flat on my hair. It puts no stress on my edges, and it's also perfect when I want my edges laid. You know, that time that you lay your edges but then you still want to put on your satin bonnet. So this is just perfect to keep my edges laid till morning. So no argument, guys, this is actually my favorite satin bonnet. You hardly find this type of satin bonnet out there. Some brands actually understand that this particular material is soft, so they double it. They make it 2 instead of 1, and if you are able to lay your hands on that one, it is perfect. It locks in moisture perfectly well than a single layered bonnet like this one. The third satin bonnet I'll be talking about is this Akara satin lined bonnet, which is so beautiful. And it came with a PR package from Organics by Jane. I love this bonnet, actually. I love it more than the one I made myself. Outer layer of the satin bonnet is Ankara. The inner, however, is satin. This is not like the other satin like this. You can see this is a thicker material. This looks like a bridal satin. It is thick, like super thick. So a thick satin plus Ankara outer layer means dope. Usually when I put this satin bonnet on, I just forget about all my worries. My hair can remain in this satin bonnet for days and is moisturized for days. The moisture doesn't escape. So if you can lay your hands on a satin bonnet like this, it is perfect for you. I tell you, it is so perfect. However, this satin bonnet also comes with an elastic, which you guys know I really do not like. The difference between this elastic and this other elastic is so wide. You guys can see it by yourself. The elastic used for this material is very tiny, like half an inch, very thin, and it is not strong. It doesn't give a strong grip. Mere looking at it, you can see that they are both different, unlike this, which has a super strong grip. This gives a softer, strong grip. Now you will think because the grip of this is not so strong that your satin bonnet will slip off while you sleep. No, that's a lie. The gathers gives it a super more hold where it just lays right on your head and it doesn't slip off. So this band doesn't put so much stress on the perimeter of your hair. It is soft. However, I would prefer that it doesn't even have any elastic at all, but the elastic is soft, so it is way better than this one. This doesn't give me headache. This is quite well. This is soft. This keeps my hair moisturized better. So putting all these 3 satin bonnets together, this locks the moisture of your hair 100%, followed by this, which is a little bit thicker, and this, which is so much lighter. So if I would go for anything, I would go for this. Now, if I'm trying to consider the health of my edges, then I would prefer my satin bonnet to have a flat lay like this, where I do not have to deal with elastic in any way. So satin bonnet that comes in this kind of design helps to protect your edges. Satin bonnet that comes with this kind of design keeps your hair moisturized all day long, 100%. If this satin bonnet were to be a double layered satin bonnet, then it's going to be like so perfect for everybody. And if you guys want something like this, I can actually make it for you. If I get 10 people to request for a satin bonnet like this, and of course with double layer satin, and then I can go ahead and make it for you. So if you want, you can just send me an email. I'm going to put my email address on the screen or in the description box, so you can make your requests. Now let's move on to pillowcase, which is number 4 of the items we are reviewing. This is my satin pillowcase. I made this pillowcase myself, and I'm so proud because I also made a flap. Guys, I made a flap. I'm so proud. I made this myself. The benefits of using a satin pillowcase has already been explained in the part 1 of this video, so you may want to check it out. However, I'm just going to summarize it because it does not suck the moisture out of your hair and it does not cause friction. Okay, so your hair just slides over it. Okay, so if you are getting a pillowcase, make sure it's the one that has a flap, where even if your pillow is moving, is shaking, you are doing anyhow on the bed, the flap doesn't actually opens up entirely such that it will not reveal the pillow in it. Now, a satin pillowcase cannot actually do you for the dry season. You need to wear a satin bonnet when we are in a drier season, because the satin bonnet will help against the dryness and keeps your hair moisturized all night long. So now guys, moving on to the bonus that I told you about. Can you guess what it is? Guess. Okay. All right, it's a do-rag. This do-rag has seen better days, you guys can see. It's super old, and I'm not ready to let it go because I love do-rags. There are some satin bonnets that actually comes with the material of do-rag, which is like a silk, because do-rag is so light, you cannot actually keep your hair moisturized with that kind of satin bonnet. The bands also comes in rope where you can tie, which I feel it is good because it is adjustable. But you can actually use your do-rags to lay your edges and your flyaways. And if you're trying to make a sleek look here, like a sleek ponytails, a eye poof and all of that, do-rags are perfect to lay down all those flyaways. You only need to keep it in for like 15 to 30 minutes thereabouts, and you're going to get a really nice laid edges and laid flyaways. You cannot actually wear a do-rag to bed because this, for me, maybe like 1 hour or 2 hours it slips off. Instead of wearing do-rag to bed, you can actually go ahead to use your satin scarf. Now this works in place where you're just starting your hair journey, or you're just thinking of getting a satin bonnet, but you have a satin scarf at home. You can start wearing your satin scarf. Yeah, this is also perfect to lay down your edges, to lay down the flyaways, and you can wear it to bed. But keep in mind, maybe in 2 or 3 hours it's going to slip off your head. Before you wake up, you're going to be here. The satin scarf is going to be like miles away. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please hit the like button, make sure you share, and leave a comment if you have any requests or you want to say anything, you have a contrary opinion to what I have said. We can all learn together. In my next video, we are going to be talking about how to properly moisturize your hair and the logic behind the LOC and the LCO, the LC and the LO method. The liquid oil cream, the liquid cream oil, the liquid cream or the liquid oil method. So we'll be talking about all of that in the next video. I hope you stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button so you can know when the new video goes live. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you in my next video.